Hi Shapeshifters, my name is Zakiya Harris and today we're going to talk about discovering your gifts. I believe that every single one of us was born with a unique set of gifts, and our job in life is to discover those gifts, harness them, and share them with the world. When I think about an example of gifts, I always think of a young Michael Jackson. If you've ever listened to any of his early recordings, it was so clear that that man was given a gift and he had a gift. And he spent his entire career sharpening that gift, refining that gift, sharing that gift with the world. But it wasn't like he had to go to school to learn the gift. It was very clear that this was his birthright. And you're no different. Your gifts are your birthright. And I think that the problem with mainstream education is we're never really asked what our gifts are. I spent my entire educational career, college, even some graduate school, majoring in things, figuring out what job I wanted, but no one ever really took the time to say, hey, what are your gifts? What is that special part, unique part of you that you were born with? And let's figure out how education can work to really make that better and make that come alive. And what's so important about our gifts is it doesn't matter how much money you make, it doesn't matter how much material success that you have gained. If you're not living your gifts and you're not bringing them to the world, I guarantee you, you will not happy. And your gifts are going to nag you. They're bugging you. They're the things that come to you in your daydreams and your night dreams when you're just sitting around dazing off. It's that part that is haunting you, that won't really let you go, that's always reminding you of what you've come to do. And we have to learn to listen to that, to understand that that is the universe giving us very clear instructions, giving us guidance. And so cutting off the noise and taking the time to discover your gifts are a key component of that. And when you're actually able to have language to go with the gifts, to name them, to be able to share them, you'll find tremendous success in your creative career, in your business, in your activity, because you have language and you have a sense of intentionality about your gifts, and you can start aligning your work and your endeavors with them in a more strategic way. So here's the 4 things. I think that a gift is an acronym for growth, innate, fulfilling, and tempo. So growth. When you're doing this activity, you are stretching outside of your comfort zone. There's always new ways to learn and grow. Unlike some activities that you might do, you might get bored, you might feel yourself being stagnant, you might feel like you've mastered it. You know, when you think about a painter who's creating a masterpiece, every time they've reached another level in their evolution, there's always that door that opens up and gives them another thing to strive for. When you think of Michael Jackson, even when he had broken one record, he's always able to break another one. When you think of Serena Williams, they're always growing. There's like infinite growth, and you're no different. So think about those activities and those places in your life where there's just infinite opportunity. There's never a dull moment. Also innate. I guarantee you that when you discover your gifts, they actually won't be that much of a surprise to you, because they're things that you're already doing, whether formally or informally. It's an innate part of who you are. It's core to who you are. It's probably so core to who you are that you have a difficult time identifying it, because it's just core to who you are. So, and I want a presence here that your gifts are not limited to a particular industry. So when I talk about Michael Jackson, his gift was not just he was a gifted singer. His gift was the ability to bring people together. His gift was his ability to show people what was possible in music and dance and creativity. His gift was the gift of inspiration, and he did it through dance, through music, through some of his charitable giving. So it's not limited to a particular industry. Your gift is much bigger than that, and you can apply it through a variety of different mediums. So your gift is innate to you, and it's very natural. Also, fulfilling. This is something that fulfills you. If money weren't an object, if you didn't have to worry about money, all your bills were paid, you could snap your finger, all your bills were paid, this is something that would feed your soul so much. It would be so fulfilling to you to do. What are those things that when you're doing them, it feeds your soul, it nurtures your soul, and when you're not doing them, you don't feel like you're in your power. You don't feel like you're being authentically you. You don't feel like you're bringing your best self to the world. So fulfilling is a key component of something that is actually a gift for you. And lastly, tempo. Tempo means that it's in your natural rhythm. It's in your natural flow. You don't have to stretch to do it. It's something that comes naturally to you. It's something that feels right. It feels natural. It's in the natural tempo of who you are. And when you're doing it, you feel invigorated. You feel like you've received more energy. You feel like you've just drunk 3 cups of coffee, or, you feel high. You're high. You're high off of the gift. It actually gives you energy rather than drains your energy. And I'm sure you can think of many things that are draining your energy in your life right now, right? So where are those places and what are those activities and the things that you're doing that actually strengthen you, that give you energy, that give you life? Some other guiding questions that you can use in your journal practice, and I would encourage you all, when you're done watching this video, take some time, open up your journal, and really do some inner reflection and self-reflection on what your gifts are. When you're doing this activity, it comes easy to you. What are those places in your life that is something that comes super easy to you, that is so easy that many of your friends find it really hard to do? And I had a mentor tell me one time, Zakiya, don't ever think because something comes easy to you that it's not a gift. Don't ever think that because something comes easy to you, it does not have value and that it is not important. And I think a lot of us spend so much time working jobs, working projects that are so difficult, and we think because it's hard that we're doing something, that we're fulfilling something, and it might be draining all the life force that we have out of us, but we keep pushing and pushing. And your gift is not like that. Your gift is something that actually gives you energy, and it's simple to do. And so those are the things that we should really be trying to spend more time doing, those things that give us ease, those things that we can lose all sense of time doing, those things that give us energy. And lastly, when do you feel the most engaged? When are those times in your life, those places, those activities, those things that you're doing that you feel so present, so 100% there, that every distraction, every noise, it's like it doesn't even exist. It's just you and that activity. That's another way to really discover what your gifts are. So that's it. Again, a gift is something that encourages growth. It's innate, it's fulfilling, and it's in your natural tempo. So take some time, do some journal work. Remember that your gifts are part of your mission. They're part of the work that you've come to do. They're part of the work that is going to bring you more into alignment. And believe it or not, the world is waiting for your gifts. When you're doing your gifts and you're staying in your power, you're actually inspiring other people. You're actually making the world a better place. I can't think of any gift that's going to be detrimental to the planet. Your gifts are something that makes the planet better. It makes people better. So you have a duty. You have a duty right now on the planet to discover your gifts and bring them to the world. If you have purchased the book or the workbook, you'll find that there is a chapter in the book about gifts. There's a whole section in the workbook about your gifts. There's a whole 7-day inter-reflection exercise that you can do to really, really get clear. If you haven't picked those things up, I definitely encourage you to do so. You can find them on my website, shapeshiftyourlife.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook, email me. I'd love to figure out with you and find out more ways that you're sharing your gifts and discovering your gifts and sharing them with the world. So more to come, but until then, keep shifting.